Welcome to Adulting on the Spectrum. I'm Andrew. I'm an autistic certified financial planner. I co-run Adulting on the Spectrum with Eileen Lamb. Hey, Eileen.
Hey everyone, in this podcast, we want to highlight the real voices of autistic adults, not just inspirational stories, but people like us talking about their day-to-day life. Basically, we want to give a voice to people like us.
Today, our guests, we have two guests today, Andrew and Tom Derry, the French way is it pronounced. Andrew Derry is the inspiration for Rising Tide Car Wash and works as an aftercare associate at both Rising Tide Car Wash, Parkland, and Margate. He enjoys movies, vintage video games, and Universal Studios.
And Tom has dedicated his career to unleashing human potential by creating organizational systems and culture that empower people to grow. Tom is the co-founder and COO of Rising Tide Car Wash, an organization that employs over 90 individuals with autism in a successful car wash business. Tom is a Forbes 30 under 30 social entrepreneur and is the forthcoming author of The Power of Potential: How a Non-Traditional Workforce Can Lead You to Run Your Business Better. Hey, Tom, and hi, Andrew. We're very happy to have you today. We start by asking our guests how they like to identify. And by that, we mean, like, would you like to be called autistic, person with autism, or do you have no preference?
We like to be autism.
Perfect. Thank you, Andrew.
So for most of the episode, the first question, I'm actually asking the same question to Andrew and Tom, but then we'll kind of rotate a little bit for a question for one of you, a question for another. And so I'm gonna ask the question to Andrew first. So when were you diagnosed with autism? If you remember, what was that experience like?
I was diagnosed when I was 3.
So probably not much of memory of that then. So
yeah, probably not much of a memory.
So,
do you remember anything about when he was diagnosed? Or are you the older brother or the younger?
Yeah,
brother?
I'm older by about 20 months. So I don't remember much about the actual diagnosis, but I certainly remember Andrew working super hard as a kid, going to school and then doing all of his after school therapy and tutoring. It was really always quite inspiring.
That's awesome. And Andrew, can you tell us a bit about your experience at work?
My true experience at work was by helping customers and cleaning their cars.
Do you enjoy it?
I really enjoy it.
what do you like about it?
I like helping customers out and cleaning their cars and earning some money.
Yeah. One of my best friends loves washing cars. He's a lawyer. It's his hobby to do on the weekend. So we actually washed my wife's car that's white, and he got like a rainbow unicorn soap. My 5-year-old daughter loved it. It was like all the
Nice.
colors. He just spends all day on it like a hobby. It's crazy. Nothing you'd rather do.
That's awesome.
But yeah. So Tom, you said again you have a book coming out. Can you tell us what is the value of neurodivergent employees?
Yeah, I mean, so I think that neurodivergent employees have the ability to really transform organizations. I think, people with autism and neurodivergence more broadly bring just a ton of skills to the workforce, which, I mean, we can certainly talk about specific skills, but what the book is centered around and what we have learned kind of through Rising Tide Car Wash is that what's most transformative is designing things that within an organization that really work for neurodivergent individuals. Because when we do that, when we design systems and processes that effectively empower people like Andrew and the rest of our staff, we build better systems for everyone. They're simply stronger, more clear, more concrete, more results oriented, and create better service outcomes for our customers and really empower our team, but also create the type of culture that I think most organizations look for, a culture where people are excited to be at work, really try their hardest, and are doing everything they can to satisfy our customers. And I think when you come to our stores, you can really see that. So the book is really centered around what we've learned as an organization that can be replicated in, I think, any organization that struggles to find and retain really good talent and differentiate themselves in the market.
So
Hey, you say, oh, sorry. You can
for
go,
it.
Eileen. Now you go.
Thank you so much. I have two children on the spectrum, and one of them is a lot more severe than the other. And I'm wondering, it is a broad spectrum. Who on the spectrum is the car wash designed for?
Yeah. Well, it was initially designed for Andrew. But I would say our group, our employees kind of fall into two broader buckets. There's a group of employees that will be with us for pretty much their whole careers. They may have some other limitations that would make it difficult for them to move up in another organizational structure. And then we have team members who this is very much their first job, that they'll go on to college after they're with us. They'll go on to other jobs. Many, in fact, do go to other jobs in our community. And we're really a first job opportunity where they can learn how to take feedback, how to get to work on time, how to deal with challenging situations, probably experience some failure, but also be able to work through that, and then have something on their resume that they can go look for jobs that are maybe more closely aligned with what they want to do with their careers.
So does everyone who work at the car wash have like a mentor type of person? Is that how it works?
So our supervisory level staff and our management staff serve as coaches for the whole team. That's a mix of neurodivergent and neurotypical individuals in those roles. And then there's a lot of organic mentoring that goes on. So when Andrew's working, he's got a teammate. So there's two people in a team. One does the driver's side of the car, one does the passenger side of the car. They work together all day. They go on breaks together. When we have new employees start, we always pair that new employee up with a more senior employee. They can kind of show them the ropes. So I'd say there's a lot of organic peer mentoring, and then there's a lot of coaching kind of baked into the way that we operate on a daily basis.
Oh, so Tom, I think we are both on. It was the Autism at Work Roundtable, or both our companies are. Now it's a Neurodiversity at Work Roundtable. And I founded the Neurodiversity Index because companies that are more inclusive are more profitable, and that extends to neurodiversity as well, right? So we highlight the top 79 publicly listed companies. You guys aren't there yet, but have you found that you're definitely a more profitable car wash? You are not a charity, correct? And so that means it's good for business, right? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was, kind of one of like the key things we were trying to get across with the book that we wrote, is that these aren't just like nice stories. These are just better business practices. These are like legitimately better strategies. And in our business, the way that those things play out are a turnover rate that's roughly 5 times lower than any other car washes. We haven't had a workers' compensation or a safety issue with our employees with autism ever in over 10 years of operating.
Have you had a workers' compensation issue with employees who are not autism?
That was good. That was good. Yes, we did. Good catch. We have.
I'm asking not in my capacity as a licensed property and casualty insurance agent in Florida. I'm just asking as the podcast host. No.
No, for sure. I mean, we have had a couple. One workers' comp claim, but then.
But that's to be expected, right? That's a better answer. You're saying it's not that we haven't had any at all. It's that the employees with autism are lower. That's great. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. And you look at our business just like from a bird's eye view. When we bought our first store, it was a struggling existing car wash in Parkland, Florida, that was washing about 35,000 cars a year. Today, that store washes over 170,000 cars a year, and this allowed us to open 2 more car washes that have been just as successful as this first one. And that's a testament to our team. 80% of our team is on the autism spectrum, even more are neurodivergent, and simply there's no way we could be successful without all of our team members really doing a killer job. Our success is truly because of our neurodivergent employees and not in spite of it.
That's beautiful. It's making me want to visit your car wash, and I have no interest in car washes.
Come on down.
It's a good thing. So, Andrew, what are some of your special interests, like things you like to do?
My special interest was playing video games and having money.
That's a good
I
one.
like both of those things too. Money's self-explanatory. What video games do you like? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Nintendo 64 and PS4 and PlayStation 2 and GameCube.
Okay. What games in particular are some of your favorites? What for like N64?
Well, Star Wars and Mario.
Okay. Which Mario? Like Paper Mario Party? Yeah, nice.
Classic.
Yep, definitely. Mario Party's fun. So how many, so this one's for and again, Tom, but either one can answer. How many hours per week does your average employee work? Is it, full time? And on average, how much do they make, especially for the people who are there for life?
Yeah. So most of our employees are part-time. There's a split. We've certainly got a bunch of team members that are full-time as well. But I would say, I don't know the exact number of hours off the top of my head, but over half of the team is part-time for sure. Everybody starts at $11 an hour plus tips, and then they work their way up from there. Our supervisors are making like $15 an hour plus tips about. And then our managers are get into a salaried range from there. So we've got a few of our team members that have moved from, or a lot of our team members actually that have moved from like an entry-level associate role into a supervisory role and into management positions. And that's really the goal, is either to help our team members move up in the organization, move into other jobs, or if they want to stay and they're happy as associates, as Andrew likes to be an associate, it's cool too.
Do they get benefits too?
Yes. So anybody who's been with us for a year or longer is eligible for medical benefits. There's paid time off as well for everyone who's been with us a year or longer. As we get bigger and more robust as an organization, we'll certainly continue to add to our benefits package too.
So you clearly see the value in neurodivergent employees, given that you pay, assuming that's above minimum wage in Florida, and also, hey, no income tax there, or Texas. I'm jealous. I'm in Connecticut. Or sorry, let me do that again. So again, you pay above, minimum wage in Florida. You obviously see the value of neurodivergent employees. There's been a lot of talks too about the sub-minimum wage. It's also called 14C. Although you have individuals who might need more support, you didn't see the need to do that. Can you tell us why, and what are your thoughts on that, if you have any you want to share?
Yeah, for sure. Plainly stated, it's not necessary. That our team members carry their weight just like any other employee would at any other car wash. We built the organization that way, and it was never really a thought that we would pay sub minimum wage. We're either at or above minimum wage, and then we plus tips, so everybody's above minimum wage with the tips. And
it's probably above what the average car wash in Florida. I doubt the average car wash in Florida pays above minimum wage as a general rule either, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of great data out there as far as what people are paying, but there are definitely some car washes that will keep the tips and then deduct the tips from the rate that they pay people, so they still end up making minimum wage, but the tips are not factored in, kind of deducting what the company has to pay. We don't do anything like that. I think that kind of depends.
And so, Andrew, we noticed that you're not listed as a co-founder, but rather as an inspiration for the car wash. So whose idea was it to start the car wash? Was it Tom's, Andrew's?
Well, it was Dad's idea because he wants to help me.
That's so sweet.
And what did you think of the idea when you first heard about it? Did you already like washing cars? Is that why your dad thought of it? Or was it just how did it start?
Well, it was Dad's because he wants to help me, and I wanted to clean cars.
Did you actually want to clean cars before we did the car wash?
Didn't want to, but Dad wanted to help me.
Are you glad he helped you? You like cleaning cars
Yeah,
now?
I'm glad he helped me.
What's your favorite part about work?
My favorite part of work was when my shift was done.
That's right.
This is the best answer we've ever gotten in a podcast.
That's
Perfect.
right. That's the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like to earn money, but
I like to earn money.
but the work itself is just work.
Yeah, the work itself is just work.
What are your again, an aftercare associate? So what does that mean? What does a typical day look like for you, Andrew? And Tom, you can answer afterwards too. But what does a typical day look like for you at the car wash?
What do you do every day?
I clean cars every day.
What do you do? How do you clean cars?
I do dry down, and then air gun, and windows, and then vacuuming, and then tire shine.
Oh, you do inside too.
Mm-hmm. When there are no cars to wash, I do side work.
Like what?
Like roll up the vacuums and check trash bins.
Nice. So there's always something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about a time where I don't know, something didn't go right at work or a bad experience and how that was handled? Because I'm sure you don't always have happy customers. So
Have you ever had to help a customer that wasn't happy?
No, I didn't help a customer when he was happy.
If a customer needs help, what do you do?
If a customer needs help, I ask him what the help is, and then I help him out, help him or her out.
Well, there are certainly customers that come by sometimes that aren't happy. That's okay, right? We do the best that we can.
Yep.
And if they're not happy, we can give them a refund or refer them to other services. But most of the time, the customers are pretty happy.
Yep, they are.
So can you guys tell us more about your book? What inspired you to write it, and how much was Andrew involved in the book?
So as far as what inspired us to write the book was we really feel like there's a wonderful opportunity for both small, medium-sized businesses to really make their organizations better by employing people with autism. Like we all know, there's much higher unemployment rates among individuals with autism than standard population, even though there's tremendous talent in that group of people. They're often left out. And what we wanted to be able to do was tell a story from like a small, medium-sized business perspective, our story, right? We experience a lot of the things that small, medium-sized businesses do, and give them, show them that this can be a strategy to really transform their organizations, to get better talent, to solve some of the problems that might be holding them back from growing as an organization, as well as differentiating themselves against their competitors. And really the whole goal of that is to help get more people with autism jobs. And we're hopeful that people will read this book and want to try the strategies that we talk about in it in their organizations. And as far as Andrew's involvement, Andrew, we did some interviews and read some of the things that were about Andrew in the book, and what do you think about the book?
The book was very great.
Yeah, why do you like it?
Because it's all about autism.
Mm-hmm. Are you in the book?
I'm probably in the book.
You're in the book.
And it makes money. Hopefully for you guys. So Andrew, we're gonna ask you some quick fire questions. Basically, I'm just gonna ask you some of the things you like. I don't know if you guys practiced a little bit, but you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
All right.
Do you have a favorite quote? And if so, what is it?
It's "May the force be with you."
Oh, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Eileen, you still have Eileen's never seen Star Wars, so she's a poser.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite movie?
Star Wars movies
Any others?
and Transformers.
Fun.
Solid.
What's your favorite food or your favorite foods to eat?
It's cheeseburgers and fries.
Do you have a favorite place, a favorite fast food restaurant?
Well, it's Burger King and Checkers.
No, is that a local thing? Never heard of Checkers.
At least Southeast for sure.
Um, what's your favorite ride at Universal Studios?
My new ride is the Velocicoaster and the Transformers ride.
Ooh. What was your dream job as a child? Do you
My
remember?
dream
what-
job as a child was a tour guide at the American Museum of Natural History.
That's specific. Are you happy that you're washing cars?
Yeah.
Even though that's not it? Nice. Well, that's all we had for you guys. Thank you so much for coming. That was actually really fun to have two people in like this.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is there somewhere we can find you guys on social media? Anything you wanna, where can people find your book?
Yeah.
Self-promotion. Like, tell us.
Yeah. Thanks. So you can learn all about us at risingtidecarwash.com or on our Facebook page, which is you just search Rising Tide Car Wash on Facebook, and that's our main platform. You can learn more about the books on the website. You can also order it on Amazon.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.